We just heard from one of the top financial forecasters in the country, Dr. Penbera. He believes 35% of small businesses that make up the majority of employment in our country are done for good. So is President Biden's near $2 trillion COVID relief plan fiscally responsible? Let's bring back our panel, former Congressman T.J. Cox and former congressional candidate Kevin Cookingham. T.J., I'll start with you. The $15 minimum wage hike across the country, a $1,400 stimulus check, big bucks for vaccine distribution. Is this fiscally responsible after just passing a near $1 trillion stimulus deal? Republicans say it's dead on arrival in the Senate.
Absolutely. We know what we have to do. You have to invest, especially in times of a fiscal emergency like that. It may be counterintuitive, but in order to get our economy back on track, we have to spend more now. We knew after the last fiscal crisis, the last one that was caused by the Republicans, that what we do, we didn't spend enough. And that prolonged that recession. And, and $15 an hour, it's always the right time to put more money in hard-working families' pockets.
And Kevin, as Dr. Penbera had mentioned, a lot of those small businesses that weren't able to get relief, it doesn't look like they're coming back. That's what he says. So you look at the COVID relief plan. Does it make sense?
Yeah, you know what? Here's a couple of concerns I have. Number one, whatever relief we do get, it goes to the people. The businesses not get sent to the state bureaucracy where it's going to be eaten up. It needs to go directly to the people. As far as the $15 an hour thing, people don't understand the impact that can have on employers. Just a quick example, in farming, when they say, they're right now at $14 an hour, in California next year it'll be $15 an hour. When they say $15 an hour, it's not $15 an hour. They have to have labor contractors they pay. It ends up working and supplemental. It comes out to about $24 an hour, and for overtime, almost $30 an hour. And that's why you see, for instance, tens of thousands of acres of farmland being put into almonds and pistachios. What's happened then is all these people that were making money picking stone fruit, peaches, nectarines, plums, things like that, no longer have those jobs. And it's because the wage price went up so much, the farmers can't afford them. They've pulled out those crops and planted crops that are no longer labor intensive. So sometimes there's negative consequences of this that people do not think about. And so we got to think about the people first.
I want to move on to this next thing. We've been talking a lot about former President Trump that is going to be having an impeachment trial coming up in the Senate. But he did say something. We will be back in some form. What do you think that means? Do you think he'll open up his own news network? Will he run in 2024, depending on what happens in the Senate? TJ, what do you think of the former president, as he moves forward?
Donald Trump's oxygen is public adulation. Everything has to be about him. So who knows what he's going to do? But I'll tell you what, here's what I've seen since Wednesday. Our nation has moved on. 81 million Americans were tired of the chaos, the incompetence, the acrimony of the last 4 years. And now we have an administration who's going to show us what a robust, a capable government can deliver for the people. And they're going to put the full force of our nation behind crushing the virus, getting our kids back to schools, getting our small businesses back open, getting our parents back out in their homes. It's going to be a new day in America.
All right. Kevin, will you still support Trump?
Absolutely. I've never seen a president in my lifetime get more done than President Trump. And guy's rough around the edges. He's from New York. I don't like some of the things he says. But as far as getting things done, he gets it done. He took care of ISIS at the very beginning because he allowed his leadership to take control and go after it. The economy was incredible until the pandemic happened. And I'll guarantee you, if Joe Biden was president when this thing came out, we wouldn't have had these inoculations, this vaccine in 1 year. Well, things that they said could never happen have happened.
Well, all right, let me finish with this, guys. We've got about a minute left. And Kevin, I'll start with you on that, because we are now hearing Fresno County is halting vaccination distribution to the public for now, as the state and their health officials, they're silent on this. They don't know how many doses are coming in, when those shipments are coming in. They don't have enough to get the first doses out to more people, as they got to hold those for the second dose for those who got the first shot. So I ask you, where is Governor Newsom moving next? Has he lost control of this as we have more cases, more deaths, and less vaccinations to this point?
Governor Newsom lost control long ago. And that's why I said earlier, this state is in such a mess. He keeps saying he uses science to make his decisions, but he has not used science. If he had, all of our schools would be open at this time. And they made a priority of older staff to get those shots and inoculations. So I'm telling you, I don't know where he's going with this, but he's never been well organized and not well thought out. And people are upset, and they have a right to be upset.
TJ, is Governor Newsom doing everything he can, or has he lost control?
Well, he's had his hands tied by the Trump administration. Thank God they're gone. And for Kevin, keep in mind that Donald Trump, first president ever to leave office with fewer jobs than when he began. First president ever. He's been a job destroyer. And we've seen what his incompetence has brought us. 400,000 deaths here in America because of COVID.
So the China virus had nothing to do with that?
Because it didn't miraculously go away, because you can't cure it by injecting yourself with bleach. It's time that the scientists get back in charge. Joe Biden's got a plan for us to get 100 million vaccinations in 100 days, and we're going to be happy when that happens.
TJ, real quick though, Newsom, has he lost control?
It is that this is a virus that we have not have the resources that we should have, because we haven't had a all of government approach to killing this virus. Now that Joe Biden's in the office, we will.
All right, TJ Cox, Kevin Cookingham, gentlemen, thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Coming up, a look back at the historic day on the steps where democracy held its ground, ushering in a new era for America.